Welcome to the PTA Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, John Caliger. Come with my co-host, Nick Kelling. Nick, how you doing today? Nick, you muted yourself. Unmute yourself, please, Nick. We're leaving that in. Nick, welcome to the program.
Yeah, I think some of my stuff died or something, so that's why I did that.
Nick, for someone whose computer is plugged in, you seem to have issue with batteries.
I think it's my AirPods that died.
Okay, the AirPods died. I'm over here just raw dogging it with a giant microphone.
Yeah, you
Nick,
got to get those little portable ones.
yeah, the little portable ones. I think that's next on the agenda to get. When we make it big in this game, that would be the first thing I get. So for all you who do not know, I went to Houston. Me and Nick had a business meeting face to face. It was a good business trip.
It was.
Nick was walking me through all the tax write off things. I don't know if he has the knowledge base to advise and assist on that, but I will attempt
Just
to
wing
listen.
it.
Yes. So Nick, how have you been since Memorial Day when we talked face to face?
Great. We put my wife and I buying our first house.
Congratulations. I don't want
Yeah.
to jinx it, but good luck on that
Uh,
journey. I hope you can share as much as possible on the pods.
Yeah. It was. We got 15,000 off of what they were asking, and then during the option period, we got them to fix a lot of the just small little stuff around the house that we felt that needed to be fixed before we moved in, which is probably going to cost them another 10,000. So
Yeah.
maybe
It's
a little less.
dinner. Winter chicken dinner, baby.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be in Houston.
Yes. Yep.
I keep on trying to
The
get
south
Nick.
part.
South Houston, baby. How far is it for Sugarland?
From Sugarland?
Yeah, Sugarland, Houston.
15 minutes maybe.
Damn, it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now that
We didn't even visit Sugarland. Are you thinking about? Yeah. Do you know some people in Sugarland?
no, someone just brought up Sugarland when I was talking about Houston, and that's why I brought it up here. That's how my mind works. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I just regurgitate information.
Yeah. I was pretty impressed. I'm like, yeah, you learned a lot around the Houston suburbs.
Yeah, you with the whole estate with the wholesaling thing. I've been doing some route recon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So what video do you have for us?
I think let's just roll and gives you your T's and P's, thoughts and opinions.
When I was at Vanderbilt, none of the things that I had in that class at all had anything to do with what I do. I remember taking a class called entrepreneurship when I was at Vanderbilt. None of the things that I had in that class at all had anything to do with what I do today or what I needed when I actually started a first business. The idea of a business model, a business plan, and all of these fancier things, basically none of those have happened with every business I've started. For the most part, it was, I think people would buy this. What do we think we can make it for? How much will they buy it for? And then how do we get people to give us money? I remember taking a class called...
So that was Alex Hormozy. He's kind of an internet celebrity. He founded multiple companies. I'm a big fan of him. I've read a lot of his books. Actually, I've read 2 of his books. And I think I kind of want to go into like your opinion on street smarts versus book smarts when it comes to business, because I know it's the running joke in finance. The guy with the MBA doesn't know anything, but also as someone who has failed a business personally, a good plan really does help. Because if me and Frank got our CDLs and Team Drive instead of paying 2 people to Team Drive for us, we probably would, the trucking company would still be operational for sure, and we would be hooking and jabbing. So I kind of want to hear your thoughts and opinions about street smarts and book smarts as 2 people who are both currently in college as well as trying to make in this real estate game.
Yeah, I mean, I think knowing the industry that you're going into, at least, book street. Either one. I mean, you just got to know what you're selling. I mean, have a plan at least of what you're going to be selling, who's going to buy this, how much can we make it for, what are people selling products like these at. I mean, he just said that he never had a business plan, but then went through kind of some basic parts of a plan. So he obviously had a plan from the beginning.
Well, I think we was getting that in the clip of, have you ever taken like an entrepreneurship class where it's a very formulaic, this is what you like business plan of like here, like it's a very like outlined, detailed thing that you turn in during the entrepreneurship class. And I think what he's getting at is you don't need that to start a business. You just need a who, what, where, why, and like how to make money.
Yeah, I mean, when I fill out like a business plan, when I was looking into doing different things like real estate and stuff, I mean that my business plan was, my outline was pretty simple, like who, what, when, where, and all that stuff. Like there was definitely a lot of stuff that I immediately looked at and be like, half of this shit is just a waste of time. Like action is more important than whatever this is. But planning phase is super important, but also not taking action is even more important. And I think a lot of people just, they take those classes, they learn this really important step-by-step process, and they, focus on that, but then they never take the action because they wear themselves down on the planning part, which is important. They're not wrong, but they just they never took that step of executing.
I think where the U.S. economy or business is, I feel like they have the process inverted. I feel like you should learn how to sell first, because selling is the most important thing, because 100%. That is, business is going to survive. But to be a successful business, you need to know the back end, the admin, the planning, how to do the operations, which school does teach you.
Yeah,
I just think America does it backwards, where they teach you the operations and they say you know business, but you know nothing about selling. So it's incredibly difficult to go. They tell you, oh, you have a bachelor's in business or you have an MBA. You know so much about business. You have
no connections in your local area.
You have no connections and you have no skill, because without the ability to sell, you have no business. If no one buys your product, you don't have a business. You may have the best business plan, you have the best CRM, you have the best process, you have the best everything. But if you can't sell your widget, you can't make money.
But you're unwilling to cold call people. You're unwilling to, walk over to a company and be like, hey, can you show me your ways? Or, hey, do you want to partner up? This is what I have to offer. You need to be an asset to people, which you can go to college and stuff like that. You can be an asset to an employee, like as an employee. But if you are an entrepreneur and you want to make it for yourself, you got to be an asset to other people in other ways other than just your degree and stuff like that.
No, I completely agree. I think the market is turning as well, where a lot of jobs don't require a bachelor's degree, because I feel like now it's just a degree mill of, they take your money, they put you hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, they give you a degree 4 years later, and they tell you keep it moving, but they teach you no skills.
It's like the dollar bill. If you just keep printing them, then it's worth nothing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
College isn't too hard. Like anyone can do it. Now there's definitely certain fields that are a little bit harder. Sure.
Let's be real. We ain't going to be doctors or lawyers. I took classes like
yeah, that's something completely different. You know what I mean? But
that's real college.
There's this woke college video going around, and it's them saying what their degrees in, and this is like a promotion, and not a single one of them was actually like a real thing. They're like a degree in social communications with an emphasis on gender. It's like, bro, what the fuck did you just say? What job are you gonna get?
Social justice, I guess, posting on Instagram.
Yeah, and then they will probably complain 20 years from now that they're still in debt and couldn't find a job that will pay them $30,000, more than $30,000 a year.
You could just went to up the street to Walmart and got a better education and made more money.
Exactly. You could get your real estate license, build a social network within your area, learn how to sell and talk to people. And it'll probably be better, and you'll be making money instead of now tens of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah, it's tough. So I think we do agree on this, where street smarts are very important as well as book smarts. It just depends on what avenue of. I think you can.
A combination.
It's definitely a combination to be successful, but I do think you can learn the admin and logistics side of the house on the street, hooking and jabbing, cold calling people, starting your own business. You don't need to go to college to learn that, but I do think you can't go to college and learn how to sell.
No, I mean, as a
Make
real
you-
estate agent,
50
like
people.
you're owning your own business. You're learning accounting. You're learning sales. You're learning systems. You're learning how to time management. I mean, there's all these skills while making money, and you're learning how to run your own business. I mean,
Yes. And I think that is where I think that's where a lot of people fall behind too, where they are in a job they don't like or in a field they don't like, and they're thinking, oh, I could do this or I could do that. I do think joining, say you want to get into real estate. I made the decision after I had to move home when I was 300 pounds with a shaved head and I had no money left. I was like, what is going to be my next steps? And I really thought on that 17-hour drive back from Jersey to, or was it? It took me like 3 days to go home. I was down bad. But I did I looked in the mirror and I said, what are my skills? I can sell, I can talk to people. So I'm just getting into banking because it has a good salary, health benefits, the whole nine, because I needed that bread because I had none left. The East Coast chewed me up and spit me out. So I do think it is valued of if you're a place where you don't want to get, if you're at a place currently where you don't want to be, think about, okay, what's my end goal, and just backtrack of maybe if you want to get into real estate, maybe quitting your job and getting a real estate license is not the move. Maybe getting that second job at the factory at night, saving up for the first down payment of your home so you can have a rental property and live for free is the correct first step. That might not be, but it's maybe, I don't think the answer all the time is quitting your job and completely reinventing. Just find ways to win.
Yeah. Doing whatever it takes.
Nick, do you have any other things you want to add?
No, I mean, I think we really nailed that down. But have a plan, but don't focus on the plan so much you don't execute.
Lie, cheat, steal, win. With that, thank you for listening, and God bless. Have a good rest of your day.